Hey, I'm Nick.
Hey, I'm John.
Hey, I'm Ed.
Welcome to Vulcanara Technology Solutions. And we're going to continue on from the last episode that we did, and we're going to actually get to, putting the jigsaw puzzle together. As a little bit of recap, we had, Amazon Prime Days. So with that, we kind of nerded out, picked up a Ender 5 Pro, a CR Touch, and some filament. So, join us as we put this thing together.
All right, stop stalling. All right, keep it going.
All right.
Solid. You good?
I guess let's figure out where we're at here. We got everything setting out where we needed to. The good people at Ender, they actually were nice enough to put the directions on the power supply.
Kudos.
Yeah, kudos to them for that. Somebody figured out the answer to everybody's question. How do you put the thing together? So, I guess, we jump into this wonderful world of, 3D printing, and we figure out exactly where the heck do we start?
Oh, yeah. Step one.
Yeah, usually.
Put it together.
We usually do start at step one.
Do we have all the parts, maybe? You got the screws, too, right?
I think that's step half.
We have the.
I think step one is actually put the darn thing together.
We have the structural members. We do have hardware.
You got spare parts, too?
We do have some special tools.
Let's try to be fancy.
That Champ brought us.
There you go. You're gonna need. They bring you some, actually. Is there another bag?
Somewhere.
So you've got some here. I've found that I have an issue with the length of the Allen wrenches, so we just got a couple of them. A bit longer. That's a little bit big, but still.
Yeah, we don't like using the dinky things. They're not as fun. All right. I guess now we get into the actual building of this thing. Putting the jigsaw puzzle together. So, what we want to do is we want to get this out of the way. Get the heat bed up and out of the way. We'll put that on the table behind us, where the printer will eventually live. So you guys get to see it in all its glory through every single video we have. Will be back here on the back right side. So, as you can see, we're looking from the front to the back, and we're going to have to flip this thing around so we can work from the back because that's where all the connections are at. So we're going to flip that around.
Got your bird's nest right there.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Big giant bird's nest. Don't pinch anything. Don't crush anything. Hopefully.
Did they not give you a sleeve or anything either?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay. Oh.
All right. So that is one thing that we did notice. On the back of the Ender 5 Pro, you can see where the wires are exposed, touching raw metal. That is a short and fire hazard. So for that, we're talking with Ed, and we'll go ahead and hit that with some shrink wrap, probably tomorrow. Or by the next time y'all see this does do anything, it will be shrink wrapped. It will be, fancy. It will be safe, for that matter, because these are your cables that are controlling 95% of your motor movements. If they short, you will get a nice little spark. And, I don't like my insurance going up any higher than it has to be. And one of those things is I don't want to fire.
Yeah, I don't mean to interrupt, but you got a fire extinguisher, right?
Yeah, always.
I was going to say, just making sure.
Yeah, there's always one around.
Hey, yeah, somewhere.
Yep. So
the big question is, how do we want to do this? We want to do it the hard way, or we want to do it the easy way? So what I mean by that is we have these members,
right?
Structural members. We could try, here and there, but I think that's going to be difficult lifting it up and doing that.
No.
I don't know. I'm a lazy guy. Maybe we try this way.
Think about leaning it up.
Maybe one guy holds it, and then you screw from the back.
Yep. Yeah. Now remember also, before we get done with all this, we will have to open the case up. So the case will have to be opened for us to feed the wires through for the CR Touch to be used.
Yeah, one thing to be careful about is where the locations of your screw holes are. It's not identical on both sides. This has a screw hole, and I believe it's only one side on all of these arms. Yeah, it's the same thing on all the arms. So just be mindful of which side is up.
So yeah, put the bottom side down.
Yeah.
Top side up, and then we don't have any problems after that.
All right. So yeah.
So let's go ahead and start with
Let's get the screw.
the screws and the destructions, and then we'll start going from there.
You're supposed to open the bag. This is your stuff, man.
Oh, you're sitting holding it.
I'm excited.
Maybe we should have opened all this stuff up beforehand. Like we said in the last video, you are going to watch us look like a bunch of fools.
Yeah.
That is going to happen. That is not going to be an unfair statement. You'll either A, get enjoyment out of this, or be embarrassed for us. So
B.
Yeah, I think it's B.
No. And they gave you spare parts though. I also brought extra any of that you need too.
So all right, we got long screws, we got medium screws, we got short screws. So based on the destructions, what screws are we using, Ed? Hopefully you're using long screws.
M5 by 25 with a 8 pieces washers, 4 pieces of the structural.
Okay, so that's M5 by 30.
Yeah.
All right.
Doesn't even tell you which way. Oh, there it is. So it does say.
And then there is your M5 by 25s. Your M5 by 25s are a package with the washers already pre-installed.
Yeah. And so it does say keep that screw hole that's in the center and that railing, like guide rail, at the top. So when you're screwing that down, start there.
Alright. We'll already, pre-apologize for the length this video is probably going to be. Well ahead of time for you, but hey, hopefully you find some enjoyment out of it, and make sure you check out the website and check out the blog. Ed's over here doing a really good job doing the blog for us, and helping us out there.
I was reading it.
And
well done.
And giving us some stuff to read, and hopefully sticking with the ideas and ideals of Vulcanar, and which that is making sure that everybody is trained one way or another. Whether you like it or not, that's what we're doing. Hey, pass me a Allen key, please. I hope so. Go.
That one I got. Yeah, I might be that one.
So,
Big or small?
is this one?
Hey, good guess.
Yeah. Sometimes the blind squirrel does get in that image.
Hey, no. I might have done this. I might have done this once before. I think I need this one too.
Hopefully I got this going down the right panel. Am I going down the right panel? I don't believe so.
Is it supposed to be centered?
I think it goes this
That's
way.
actually a good question.
So it's got 2 screws on the bottom of it.
You are correct.
It is going the wrong direction. So we'll spin it this way, line the holes,
You're not too far gone.
and let it rotate or chip.
This is terrible angling on here. You could barely tell what's what. Oh, I guess is this because you can see this is the front of your. So you can see the front of your power supply, and it shows, yeah. Shows exactly that.
So, yeah.
Yeah, see, and that's important too, because if these aren't set up the right way, your rail, your motors are not going to have a rail to ride on, and if your steps are not consistent with what you're slicing your print in, you're going to get inconsistencies in your print.
Or spaghetti monsters.
You're going to get the spaghetti monsters no matter what you do. I'm just going to be honest.
The first print is always a spaghetti monster, that's how it goes.
That's how they get you. The first print's your best print, and then you get the serotonin, And then after that, never gonna be the same, and you're just chasing that again.
So these are top. Hey,
Yeah.
if you notice, I don't know if you guys can see this. There's a set of 2 black marks on the top of this. That should right here. See here, you got 2 little black marks. That should tell you that your top.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not focusing. Whatever. We'll figure that out later. It's another issue that we have to deal with. Yeah, it's.
It's nice. This is a little bit easier to put together because it's more of a square. The ender fought you a little bit because it wasn't. More like a T system with a gantry. That's just like an arch instead of an entire box.
That's why I should have pulled out a screw gun with a freaking.
Oh, you can't. We can still pull out the little precision if you want to. You're trying to get the wrist exercise in. Hey, you gotta put your paces in because look, I didn't start out with that either. I started out with the small one. You're already getting a step ahead with the little the T neck.
Well, I put together one or two.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. And I'm a lazy person, but will actually get fed up with it enough until I decide to pull up the screw gun. A couple zips of a screw gun. You don't have to wear that no more.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I have a.
They developed electricity for a reason.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't develop nothing. I have a screw pen or a precision screwdriver pen that actually in this little case that I 3D printed.
Take it over.
Yeah, go ahead. So I don't have it actually all set inside there. But the goal of this is to have the screwdriver in here with all the bits. There's 64 bits. And it's just got a little light here. You can actually, there's 3D prints and models that you can pull down off of Thingiverse to make a pen light as well. Or sorry, not pen light, a screwdriver pen. I mean, I'm assuming you can put a light bulb on there too, why not, right? I'm sure Ed already has one of those.
And where'd you purchase it?
Oh, I just got it off Amazon. It's a wow stick. It's honestly it's one of the it was recommended to me by someone else on Reddit. I believe it was the Ender 3 subreddit was like telling me just to check out the wow stick, just because it does last a little bit there with the battery life. I don't think I've charged that thing in a month, and I use it almost every day. So.
Now, where'd the design for the case come from?
Oh, design for the case.
Yeah.
Oh, so that was a Thingiverse print that was actually designed for a Prusa Mini.
Okay.
And I've kind of gotten the quality of the Ender Pro to match that a little bit. So what I've done is the goal is now to kind of modify this a bit, do maybe a remix of the print, and then get maybe it's a duck box, but get maybe some TPU in to seal. Got a little filament in there. Some TPU to seal this a bit better. I've got it's like perfect little clips and screws, and the side here actually has like a little spot for your extra Allen wrenches down here. I don't know if you can see that down there. And then it just seals shut. Unfortunately, I need to work on the bottom on how those hexes, those bits fit, but it ideally would snap shut, and it's good to go. Right now it doesn't seal on that side, but it's fine because I don't drop anything out of it. And this just sits in my bag, or like it fits in a pocket. It's a little bit bigger than the size of, maybe it's like 1.5 lengths of your phone, and it's perfect actually. So this is something that I might actually put a little bit more work into and try to make it fit a little bit better. And yeah, if I have a print for that, I mean, might be interested in a little kit for your 3D printer, a little tool kit. It definitely will be easier on your wrists.
You know, if you send a message, we'll let him know, and he'll see it and go from there. And we have a couple friends who've looked at it, and for all of y'all who are, our flight suit warriors out there, the Air Force guys. I was a Marine, so I'm sorry. That will fit in the flight suit pocket. So any of our maintainers out there, maintaining C-17s and also working on some of our other, fighter aircraft and stuff like that, and our maintainers, then that would definitely fit perfectly right into your flight suit pocket.
Yeah, it's perfect. You got cargo pants that fits in your pocket. It's the best.
Just like you guys. But make sure that the vents are here, right? That should go back towards the other way. Turn this. This go back towards you. So vents are here, right? Oh, we're looking at it right. No. Yeah.
No, that's a power switch. Power switch is right here.
In front of them, and
power
it's
switch is right in front of
opposite the power switch.
So that actually do go back towards you. See this? Switch it around. This go to back there. Right?
No.
I know, right?
Power switch is here.
Let me see what this motor is. No, see, it's the orientation of it. See, one's sideways and one's vertical. Or it looks like.
Okay.
And the vertical one is on. He's got it right. He's got it right.
Alright.
The vertical one's on this side here.
So, the fun part is locking
Yeah, that's right.
Because the belt's on.
all this in.
I didn't realize how many belts you got on here too. 1, 2, 3.
And through here. Nose is square. Here, and then here also.
Okay.
Start with the ones up top first, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I don't have holes
I think it's one
on this side.
One. Okay, then something not right.
So we have them flipped.
Yeah, something.
We have the
This one and that one. This one's right.
Yep, this piece go on top.
Okay, so we got to flip these two sides over.
No, this piece here go on top.
So we got to flip 3. Well, I guess
Hey,
we failed that test.
Take 2.
So we would cut that out of the video and make it look like we did it broke the first time. What's the fun?
Now I know we said make sure that's at the top, but we done messed it up.
so I think it's the opposite. Make sure.
I think.
Well, no, I think somebody just did this for quality control. Because one of them was right, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One with a screw on the top.
Yeah.
This one's right.
Yeah. So disregard. Hey, he told you it was gonna be a hot mess. So
yeah.
I think, to be wholly honest with you, I think I pulled apart and put back together the printer in its entirety 4 times in just the beginning, and then when I do upgrades, if something doesn't work, I usually take apart everything, put it all down, and then put it back together and put it back on, and then rerun a flat test, and then do my print. It takes a long time, so it kind of slows you down. Sometimes I cut a couple of those steps and I'll just swap it and just go from there.
Yep.
Yeah, here we go. But just depends.
And just think, it's like, us normal folk are not the only ones using 3D printers. You can think about it. You got 3D printers right now that are building things that are getting ready to send cargo on the end of the cosmos. You got the guys out there now that are 3D printing rocket engines. Whole rockets, for that matter. Relativity Space. They're doing a modified Kuka robot that is pretty much just a big giant ender. Printing, their rocket. The Terran 1. Which hopefully in the next, say, 6 months or so, based on news reports that have came out from Relativity, you'll actually see that rocket fly.
Nice.
It will be the first orbital class rocket that has ever been 3D printed. Not saying it's the only thing ever to fly that's been 3D printed, because I can tell you that's not true.
No.
SpaceX uses 3D printers and what they do on a daily basis. If you think about it, it's like also 3D printing is a great way to figure out, if your nozzle design works or not. So
That's true. You test it. you don't have to test it in as extreme a circumstance as a rocket launch.
Well, you just gotta make sure your flow's correct.
That's true.
You know, I can run air through it and tell you if your flow's correct. You know, it might not be as smooth as if I CNC something. You know, we know that. You know, if you can get it that smooth, internal vortices aren't ever going to happen. You know, which, you know, there might be some people out there who are you know, that good. They're using, you know, aerodynamics and flow dynamics and liquid dynamics and stuff like that to figure out if that stuff actually works or not.
So you guys should check out. Actually, it's pretty cool that NASA's. Oh, am I missing a little bit?
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm just you're guiding me. I'm just supposed to be holding this. Right? He's the one with the tool. I'm just holding this in place. No, so what I was saying is NASA's got they got a repository of their own where you can look at, you know, Voyager 1 if you're curious about what that satellite looks like with that, even Voyager 2. Hell, even SLS that's going up with Artemis soon. Even what was it? Some of the Redstone rockets. It's got a lot of models that you can print now, albeit with a lot of tiny pieces, but worth a look. They even have the I can't remember what it's called, but it's the they got a submarine that they're going to develop to. They wanted to. It was like the Titan submarine, so they want to drop it on Titan and just onto the moon and see if there's any water. It's just a concept, but I think it's funny that model is actually on there and you can 3D print it.
You also 3D print the screwdriver too, right? That you did, the ratchet.
Yeah. So you just need a couple of electronic pieces, maybe a motor here. It didn't have to be a big motor. A rechargeable motor would be nice, and you're good to go. I think you can. This box can be made smaller. So. Yeah, we just gotta do one more.
This one's okay.
Yeah.
This one's okay.
We still have 95% of those.
There you go, I got you. I was about to say.
Need a booster seat?
I need a booster seat.
Sorry,
I just wanted to make sure.
We did not make
right.
the table John height.
I was absent, and
he was out that day.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate the thought though, because it was taller, I hear.
Yeah, it was.
And you really don't want to just see me from the neck up. I look like I'm 12. I mean, I already look like I'm 12. So.
You know, we did cut about, you know, what, 6 or 8 inches off the damn thing.
I think I might be the only one of us that I was asked to, if I wanted dessert with the kids, and I was offered ice cream most of the time, and I was sitting at the adult table. So that kind of hurts a little bit.
Yeah, it happens. You know, but there's many different, you know, things for 3D printing right now, and most of that stuff you see in, you know, scientific tests. You know, I have a very, you know, kind of a, you know, a family heritage when it comes down to that type of stuff, but, you know, that's for another day. You know, and that's stuff that, you know, I'll print on this to kind of commemorate all that. You know? If you're really interested in it, you can go on Thingiverse right now and actually pull down the model from the Falcon 9. You know, there's guys out there, you know, now that are 3D printing the entire Starship prototype right now, from the crane up.
It's the same way you had it? Same way
Yep.
you did. Alright.
Yeah, take 2.
Perfect.
Yeah, there we go.
Boom, we're done. Alright, let's go home. I guess you're already home, so.
Yeah, I don't have to go very far.
Just hit print now, come on.
Right, you know, just turn it on and see what happens.
That would be awesome.
It's like boom, boom.
So is it the same size screws or is it different screws?
Yes,
Same size?
exact same
It's
screw.
probably the
It
same.
is the same M5 by 25.
Okay, now can you do me a favor?
You need this one.
You need the screwdriver.
My bad, my
Oh,
bad.
okay.
That's my fault.
It's not going there by itself. You want to start pre-threading some of those, that'd be great. Highly appreciated. Hey, this is also where teamwork makes the dream work, and if you can't see me through the 3D printer, I'm sorry, I've now magically disappeared.
We're gonna have to do something about this.
What?
This duct that's right here. This is sad.
See, he already finds something he doesn't like. You know, I'm gonna come to the office at work one day and he's gonna have a pile of parts just that he's printing for me for my own damn printer.
Speaking of which,
Yeah, where are those?
we printed a couple pieces.
Already.
These are for it's assisting the bed and the Z in holding it. So it only attaches. I'll show you it, I guess.
Remember from the last video we said we can't leave things well enough alone?
Yeah. So this bed is going to attach in here. I believe, just for video's sake, like this, and it'll have the bar in the back that supports it. With that, you'll get a little bit of dip forward. So that's what these are for, to help assist in support for the bed on the bottom. So we'll put those in. It's only going to be held in with zip ties, nothing fancy, but it'll give your bed a little bit more support, and it doesn't hit your leveling screws, so that's perfect. I'm actually going to mess with that a little bit because I want to see if it lines up. Had a little bit of bowing on my print, but it should still fit fine. Yeah, it looks like it fits fine. And you can still get to your leveling screws, yeah. That's how it is.
We're almost to the point of the only thing left is electrical connections.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
That's nice, it fits.
It works and it ties to that back rail. It zip ties to that back rail.
Oh yeah.
Which is always nice.
What I'm gonna do to make your life easier is I'm gonna zip tie this to the piece, so when you put that bar together you just gotta zip tie the back and it'll be done.
Okay. I think I got one more back here we gotta hit.
These. Just got them so we can not that.
And who knows, you know, one of these days we may be seeing the fact that we changed this thing over from, you know, this look to the linear rail.
Oh, you got it.
System.
Oh, these are too small.
What?
This piece is bigger than I thought.
Really? That's the one that they was told that was going to fit on.
Like that tiny.
Oh, yeah, you have to use doubles.
Well, I could use the big ones.
Yeah, you can use those.
Oh, maybe not actually, because it's too wide. Hey, that's perfect. Okay, we're good.
All right.
Okay.
Look, we found a way out, out of the shoebox.
Hey. You had to take a step back. I was fighting, trying not to.
Z-axis
do some
and
with
it's M530s.
All right, M530s. Those are M525s. M530s should be somewhere in the neighborhood. So there's a set of screws. Or are they the ones that? Oh, never mind. The ones I have my hand on are M530s. Sorry, I'm right in my hand.
He goes this way, I believe.
Alrighty then.
Correct?
Yep, seems that way. Alright, so this is going to be a two-person effort.
And I think it's from this end, so maybe we turn it around.
No, that's the bed. The bottom's the bed.
No, I mean, you gotta screw the screws through here.
Yep, and on the bottom too.
Okay, so you want to do the bottom first?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Whatever works. Whatever lines up first, I guess.
Get it in place. Oh, look at that. It's almost lined up. Maybe we'll do one in the... Hey, look at that.
Where you at? Oh, never mind.
It just snapped. It's perfect.
They added a...
Oh, that's convenient.
Oh yeah, so that's actually one of the things that maybe one day you wanna upgrade. I guess these are metal, so but it would look nice to have little 3D printed T catches. The rough part about this is that it's got that belt it's got to support, but you could have like little covers, dust covers too. And I'm gonna be honest, we're probably gonna make Nick print them.
Yeah, that should be interesting.
But they did a good thing on the design. They made a support, so if you put this here, it almost puts it in the right place, so it can be a one-person job. Almost.
Almost. But we spoke way too soon.
How about now?
Hey, I do that a lot. That's fine.
There it goes.
There's two at the bottom of them.
Alright, well, I need to make sure the top one's lined up too.
Look like you're good to go. These are the
There you go. There's one.
Look at that. Perfect.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
You might need the smaller one.
Yep, gonna have to use the small ones. Go with the kids' toys. Oh, they actually give you the nice ones too. The ones with the ball bearings on the end.
Yeah.
The ones with the ball bearings on the end are actually pretty nice.
Helps you take it at an angle,
All
right?
sockets.
Yep. You know, if you're ever interested in, you know, a good set of freaking these things, go to, you know, Harbor Freight. You can buy a bunch of them if you have a Harbor Freight where you're at. And most of them are the ball socket versions.
This thing did not want to cooperate at first.
Damn.
I made it too tight. I didn't want it to move. Come on, man. Don't be like this. Don't be like this. Alright, well.
Here, pass me that one. And handle that bottom one.
I'm using your snips.
Okay.
Alright. I gotta cut that one too. I got a little excited. I've been excited the whole damn time.
It's taken me a while to pull the trigger on buying a printer. That's probably why.
We've been talking about this for months.
I'm a little indecisive, and when you finally say it's a deal, because I don't like spending money, I finally actually decided to buy one.
And we'll find out if it was worth it.
Yep, pretty quickly.
Why did I keep putting this damn thing backwards? Okay.
On the side, just to make sure we snug it.
Yep.
Yeah. Thing's kind of not straight on that side. I don't like that.
Still
So I'm
works.
probably going to print you another one, to be honest. But
Well,
it'll work for now,
If
yeah.
you think about it, CNC machines, lathes, and 3D printers are the only machines out there that can actually make themselves better. That can rebuild themselves.
Yeah, we just want to make sure that we snug everything. Things have a tendency of coming apart over time. Vibrations. Oops.
Oh yeah, and something that actually Nick helped me out with that he didn't realize. I got a dual Z. My dual Z at this base where it connects in, the little brass piece where it threads, it was catching, and though there was parts of it that didn't have any grease. pretty much that weren't lubricated. So there was a bit of powder residue at the base of my motor. I thought my motor was going bad. Turns out it wasn't greased, and I got a little bit of lithium. What is it? White lithium.
White lithium grease. Yeah.
Grease, and it cleared that issue up. It was squeaking pretty bad before that every time.
Yeah. WD-40 sells the spray version of it. Highly recommend getting yourself a hand on some of that, especially if you ride bikes at all or do anything that requires chain work. You know, white lithium grease, especially in a spray format, will save you a ton of money in the long run.
Oh, that's a good point you make. While you're at it, you need some isopropyl alcohol.
I think I got some in the other room.
Yeah. So a good tip for oh, I'm sorry, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Don't finish it.
Yeah.
I'm done. So a good tip about your print beds is this one particularly that came with it actually pulls off, right? So this is the part that's heating. It's got a connection on the bottom here that you can see where it connects in, and that's where it introduces the heat. But this is magnetic and it just sticks there. You're not going to want to you can use this for a while, but what you're going to find is because it's so flexy and so malleable in that sense, that if you have a print, let's say your bed's not level, maybe it's too low, you get a little bit of under extrusion, you're going to dig into the bed, you can actually peel the top layer of this off. So hopefully we don't have to do that, which is why we're going to do the first layer test first, but it just snaps back on, it's perfect. But I suggest either a glass bed or personally I use a PE, like spring steel, and I've got a couple of those. They're more rigid, but they will withstand better, and when you're printing PETG, it sticks better. So also, if you're getting a little resin from PLA, that's because there's a little bit of oils. If you touch your hand on here too, there's a little bit of oil that you have on your hands, and that isopropyl clears a lot of that up. So
We're ready to rock and roll.
let me put that back on there.
No, just take that off for a second so we can work around it.
Okay, and it looks like now you have to have M4 by 10.
I got them right on the right side of me.
Question is, do my screws match up?
I got to raise.
Oh no, maybe this goes under
They
and
go
that
slide
Slide under
sits.
it. Yep,
There it
exactly
goes.
like that.
That sits right on that back piece.
Why am I missing? I can't really see that other side.
So slide, go.
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha,
You see, they have it raised up in their instructions.
Oh yeah, because you're hitting this right here.
Oh, I know why. It's got to go over.
Well, it's got to be raised up. We got to raise the bracket up.
This bracket's hitting the bottom here, so that might be a future issue to think about when it goes down to max print size. Yeah, you're gonna need to do max print size immediately, aren't you?
It's got an anti-backlash in that too.
Maybe not immediately. You should wait.
Oh, no, it doesn't have an anti-backlash in that.
All right, so we figured out how to raise the platform.
Yeah, we'll 3D print a knob on top.
Yeah, something that hey dummy, the freaking directions are this way. Yeah, something where I can see it.
You gotta go
There's
over
like
a
a
bit.
screw hole that you're catching on these screws here. So maybe it does go underneath.
There you
There
go.
it goes.
Alright.
Cool.
Oh no, I don't like that. That's not flat. Yeah, I don't like that. That don't work well.
What does this knob do? Oh, it's the stop. It's the mechanical stop.
Yeah, let me see it on the bottom real quick. Because like when you're holding it on there, it'll be kind of straight.
Well, I think the problem is
But
we
I
don't
think-
have it level.
Yeah.
See, like this, like if you hold it this way and come in and like this,
Yeah.
what does it look like now?
Yeah, it's flat now.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, it droops a little
Alright.
here, but
Yeah,
I think
that's
once you
from the
put the
front.
screws in, it'll be fine.
Yeah, I
Alright.
think the problem is I just wasn't holding it.
So do me a favor, start loading the screws in on that side for me. They're on the right side of me. So there's one done.
Yeah, I think, like I say, once you get
You
to
gave it to the smallest guy.
yeah, give me, I can get it from the back.
There you go.
Reload it again.
That looks one problem.
Alright, what we got here?
too big?
Yep.
Don't fit.
Yep.
I can't really see that one.
Oh well, I'm blocked it too.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm thinking this thin rail is like.
This one's in. That one's in. It's only a few of them.
This right here is the problem. Let me get it back where you can.
There's like screws, these screw things on the other side too, and I think
it's hidden. That's what it's hidden.
Huh.
But actually, they don't have to. They're not screwing into this. They're screwing into the spot. So screw where you need to screw.
I think it's gotta go.
It's gotta go back a little bit.
It won't go
Yeah,
back
it does.
now. Alright, it's hitting.
It ain't.
Oh no, because this will
How about
slide.
now?
No, this hole is still back. This will slide forward. Oh, see, that's what I was saying.
This side was able to lock in.
This. Oh man.
You just have to push this. Don't hold that so tight. There it goes. Now slide it back.
It won't move back anymore with this though. I need to. There we go.
There it goes.
There we go. Oh man, we had a screw there holding me back. There we go.
All right, we're sorry about blocking the camera.
I think I was stuck on that screw.
I'll actually move you a little bit so you can, kind of, be involved
There you go.
in this theoretical
Debauchery.
disaster.
Oh man, I don't like these mounts, these rails. These
But they sit back though.
they feel right here though.
Yeah. So like
This the screw on the bottom. I don't like how long these bed screws are on here. I guess look, see, it's not bad. It's not touching it now.
you're gonna be screwing not that much anyway.
Yeah, so you're not gonna be
If you're
hopefully
screwing
you
that
should
much,
have to
then you
move.
got something else going on.
Okay.
I would think, right?
Yeah.
If you have to
Hey,
really.
Ed, hit those last two over on that side for me, please.
Yeah,
Like,
if you-
drop the screws in there. Also.
I need one more screw.
I got one in my hand.
Beauty of this is it's only zip ties.
Yep, they always be removed.
I'm gonna run.
Oh, come in. Oh, use.
Oh, there's 3. I didn't get enough. Ooh. This is beautiful right here though. That I can just push through and it's like sits perfectly on there. You mind handing me 2 more of these big zip ties, please, sir? Thank you, sir. It's coming together
Yeah, little by little.
as I break it.
Hey y'all, how's it going? Hey, sorry about that. We kind of, cut out for a minute, so we had a, wardrobe change over a couple days. We're back at it. We're trying to get the mechanical configuration done on the Ender 5 Pro. So let's get to that. So then we'll go ahead and end this one out, and then we'll move on to another video with the electrical connections in it.
Yeah.
So Ed, where are we?
So we are at the assembly of the extruder and the holder for the filament.
Alright.
Okay, so we just finished the print bed.
Yep.
So
Oh,
print bed's
hold on.
good.
Apologize. And this guy.
Oh, the screen.
Oh, and the screen.
Well, I think that's more of a electrical.
I would say the
Smidgen.
screen is a bit more electrical than anything else.
And I think you
because
brought
it
an
just-
upgrade for it.
Yeah, I brought an upgraded screen in case we wanted to. I also have a touch screen.
That's probably the route we'll go.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Also,
Fancy.
probably going to push him to upgrade his firmware. It's Marlin's fine, but we're going to get some gyres in here, and you're going to get a bit more capability with your display as well as some of the options and your prints. So.
Yep. So we probably won't put a lot of that on camera. We'll do the electrical connections, And then, after that, stay tuned for, some 1-minute videos and stuff like that of us showing off the prints that came off this thing. We might do a couple quick, we're playing with it, that she might see on, the other social media platforms. Torture test could be, definitely something that we do. Sorry if y'all can't see me. It's kind of like a prison cell over here.
I'm not sure scoot over.
So, yeah, that could help. Not that fat. Close, but yeah, we'll get to that. We'll see where we're at. And we'll kind of keep y'all, updated along the way. Since we've been away these past couple of days, Ed's let me know that we've actually posted a new article on the blog. So y'all go take a look at that, and let us know what you think. Provide us some feedback that we can use, and also, hey, if you have any other conversations or topics that you want to hear us go after, be more than happy to send them our way. We'll play with them.
Yeah, there's another thing that I wanted to point out too. I know we're doing this right here. This is Nick's build of his first printer here. I know he's worked with them before, but this is his first one. There are a lot of caveats that are tough. Ed was doing the blog. I've done a couple videos to help out with some of the issues, some of the quick things. It's like minute videos that they're posted on the channel. Mm-hmm. You guys should check those out too. And if you're having problems with your prints, if you reach out to us, I'll see what I can do to try to get you a solution to it and try to put it on those. And that's going to be the point of that. So I would say keep an eye out for that, because that's going to be coming through.
You never know. You may see your issue fixed. Yeah. With either using one of our printers, or up on the either minute videos, the tech minutes, or just out there in general. Yeah. And then we may write a blog post on it. Yeah. Just so, if you can't find the video, or you watch it one too many times and it bores you to death, you at least have a place to go read it.
Yeah.
And we'll even have the video on there for you, so you can watch it again.
Yeah. There you go.
So, all right, I guess we continue on. Done running my mouth. I guess we can get down to where we're going. So where are we at, mechanical-wise?
The extruder, it looks like they are mounting the extruder here.
Oh, okay.
So it's on the rear.
So it's going to be on the back of this thing.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and move this thing into frame.
So you can see.
So y'all can see kind of what we're dinking with. If you're not sure, there's the extruder. We will be making the electrical connections to this thing in a minute. So let's go ahead and get this thing mounted to the rail. First and foremost, is it on the outside of the rail or the inside of the rail?
Outside.
Outside of the rail?
Yeah, outside of the rail. Yes. And those screws will be M5X8s.
Yeah,
Too
they're
big,
already in
too
there.
small.
That's right.
Okay.
So it's mounted on this outside of the rail.
It's a M5 T-nut. Is it a T-nut?
It's a T-nut in it.
Yeah, it came already on the extruder, so we didn't have to.
So is this high enough?
Yeah, where is it?
Okay, better yet, do I have this thing going the right direction?
Yeah, you do. So that's what I was going to say is depending on where you... Honestly, this can move as long as your electrical cords aren't being restricted. As you can see, it's probably coming off from the side. So you would have everything together, but when it's pulling in, I'm sure you can... I think you can see it on the screen. When it's pulling the filament in, it needs to be able to reach here. And if you have it at a weird angle, you probably can put it on the outside too, but if you have it at a weird angle and it can't get to it, or to lock it up, you may have a failed print that way. So this is how the manufacturer is telling you to put it on there. Creality says, but realistically, you could move this around. Depends on how long your cable is.
That's a solid mount. All right, we want to do the.
Does it have
we'll connect that.
Yeah, I just want to see. Yeah, height wise, I think that's right.
All right, cool.
Yeah, the one that says.
I think it's.
It should have an E on it. So. This is kind of getting ahead of us on the electrical installs. We'll get a little bit more into that, but each one of your cords should have a title or like a little rubber piece that says Z, right X, Y. E is extruder, so that'll be what your stepper motor extruder goes to.
Plenty.
Yeah,
that's plenty of room there. So.
All right, cool. So let's move on to the next piece that we got,
which would be your
your filament holder.
So.
And it is below on the same side. It is below, kind of towards the bottom.
You need to put this piece onto it first.
Which piece?
So this goes here and just screws in.
All right.
It just locks in.
And if y'all
I don't
can't
know
see
if
that.
you can see that here. I wanna. I think I can go on this side here.
Yeah, you're
So
right,
these
you're
two pieces were separated. It's only one way it'll go on. Slides in and locks into place on the top there.
I think that's a challenge accepted by only going on one way.
And like John said about
Okie
the cable connections, there are designations there to tell you where to go.
You know what? Here's the funny part with that. We may have to remove said piece.
I blocked it. Sorry. I blocked the.
Alright, no. Notice,
screws.
we put it through there, but the screws are on this side. So I have to take it apart again. Yeah. Again, we did warn you that you will be seeing us make a fool out of ourselves.
Yeah, I've taken my printer fully apart before when it was as simple as a nozzle swap.
Alright, so we're going to loosen these screws up a little bit.
You probably put it on before you put that piece on.
I would hope so.
Mount it first.
Big old giant hole with a sand off.
Yeah, right.
So, what do we want? We want it, what, dead below it?
That works.
That's about right.
So rule of thumb though, I did say you can put it pretty much anywhere, but as you can see, this moves back and forth on the top. The hot end does. So you don't really necessarily want to put it on the top. You're going to be blocking your prints. And honestly, if you put it there and your extruder hits it or your print head hits it while it's going, the printer isn't going to say, well, hey, I've hit something, I should stop. It's going to keep trying to do your print, or you're going to have some shifted layers. So if you see a point where your print is going and at any point it's the exact right print, it just thinks it moved maybe 2 to 5 millimeters to the right, left, forward, or back, it's probably because your print bed caught something while it was moving that you may not have seen. If you hear any click, 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 like the gear is skipping on your extruder, then that's how you can also see that maybe your filament's not getting through or you're caught on something. So there's a couple quick tips there based on where you mount this. And honestly, there's a lot of models out there. I've printed my own mount for my filament because I have it separate from my mounts or my gantry of my printer. It exists on its own table. So doesn't want to go?
No, does not want to line up.
Loosen it up a little bit more.
So I can get it to shift. I got to shift it where it slides down the rails. So yeah, magically putting on 2 screws becomes a 2-person job.
You guys a little bit off screen, just scoot it a little bit.
Maybe
you can see it a little bit better now.
You can kind of see us. Figure that problem out later. That is tight on the screws, but they're not shifting.
Let me see.
There you go.
It's probably because they're turning sideways and not.
They're not turning horizontally. They're vertical to slide inside the rail system. However, when you got to get it to turn, you got to get it to turn horizontal. It'd be a lot nicer if these were through screws with nuts on the other end, or just like drilled in pre-tapped holes. Who knows? We might fix that later. However, so Creality, if you're listening, which is probably not, do that. You already give us a couple extra M5 screws, for example. These longer screws. Pre-tap the holes for the filament spool with those, and then it'd be a lot easier.
Trying to push it.
There it goes. Alright, you want to throw that on it?
Toss this bad boy on here.
Alright, and then later on we'll be adding filament to that particular roll holder.
Ooh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You do it right now if you want to. Well,
No, he's trying to make sure that it fits.
Oh, good point. Don't put it too low. It'll drag on the table underneath it. And you already tightened it, so I can't bring it back up. That's fine. It looked like it had room, didn't it?
Yeah.
It looked pretty
If it fit, remember the whole thing about USPS? If it fits, it chips. Yeah, the same process.
If it fits, it ships.
Alright, so I guess,
I think that's the...
if you want to come back around here, we'll go ahead and close this part out. Y'all, we appreciate it. Again, let me move this thing out the way. you know, we appreciate the support and everything. Y'all take a look at everything we got. You know, this is the mechanical assembly of the Ender 5 Pro. Kind of give you all 2 videos to look at. Then the next one we're going to do is going to be the mechanical, the electrical. Sorry, wow, dyslexia. It's fun. We're going to be doing the electrical connections, and then getting power to it for the first time, and making sure that everything kind of works. So, you know, if y'all like that, you know, like, subscribe, comment, let us know what you think. Let us know if you want us to take a look at anything. So, and you know, we'll see y'all later, and you know, keep learning.
See you next time.